Hi, you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, in sweltering San Antonio, believe it or not. And that young man out there in his black Tequila Aficionado t-shirt is...
Rick Levy in Seattle. I mean San Diego. It's been raining heavily here for weeks. It's very
Yeah,
strange for us.
that's what I heard that. I heard that you guys have rain, sleet, snow.
It's crazy. Dogs, cats.
Uh, monkeys. Anyway, Rick and I have been dissecting. We've actually fallen in love with the
Oh,
Celestial Tequila Celestial, and this is an organic tequila coming out of Las Americas. I think we'll give the gnome number. Um,
1480.
y- the, okay, now this is going to be unusual, Rick, because this is the first time I've seen something where an añejo is considered organic by the USDA, by BioAgriCert. It's rare that you find an organic añejo. I think all last year we had like maybe one.
I was thinking that the issue with organic añejos was that if the brands had just recently been certified organic, it would take a while before they could put the organic seal on their añejo because of the time it has to spend in the barrel.
I don't know. I don't know. I know initially when a handful of tequilas were getting their USDA seal, it was only the Blanco. And then every once in a while, once in a blue moon, you'd see the Reposado get an organic seal. I think Three Amigos is one of those that has well, they only have an organic Blanco because even the Repo is not organic. I think what happens is this isn't a cheap endeavor. So,
Yeah.
if you pay for your Blanco only, that's great. But if you pay a little bit more, you get your Reposado, certified organic. And in this case, it looks like they passed all they crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. And the Añejo now is, at least Celestial, is being considered organic. Um, Rick, off camera, we were looking at pricing for in different locations. Do any of these locations give us more information as to how long this thing has been aged? Because
I haven't.
we have nothing from the PR company to tell you how long and what kind of barrels they're using. Um, I think Rick and I determined that the barrels could be used bourbon whiskey barrels just because of the way that the tequila is finishing on the Repo. But tonight we're going to be trying the Añejo. I'm going to be using my Glencairn. Maybe we'll be able to
Oh,
get.
check this out. So I'm on the Total Wine site and I'm finding a review by someone who tasted it at a distributor event. And they said that the añejo is aged in wild turkey rye barrels.
Seriously? Why aren't they making that why
Right.
aren't they making that public?
That's a really interesting detail.
Well, there's a Corazon tequila. It makes a big deal about resting their barrels in Pappy Van Winkle and Wild
Right.
Turkey and why aren't they? Luna Azul has a double-barreled rye reposado or añejo. I have a bottle of it up here that I have never been able to get more samples of, so that we can do a tasting. Maybe when Rick comes out one day, when he wants to visit us at the Riverwalk, we can actually do a
So,
side by side.
oh, the Riverwalk is so beautiful. So the Reposado on Old Town's site, in their description, they said the Reposado is rested for 1 year in bourbon barrels.
And
So
they're
we had it
calling it
right on the bourbon
reposado.
barrels. The
1 year.
1 year. Yeah,
How is it
maybe.
calling it a reposado? What, they're waiting 364 days? Because
Yes.
Because if they wait one more day, they got to call it an añejo because añejos are between are 1 to
Well,
3.
I don't know where this text is coming from, where this copy is coming from on the site, you
Okay.
know. But
but it's bourbon barrels, so we are correct at
Bourbon
least.
barrels. We're correct in the bourbon barrels. We got it wrong on the time.
Hey,
Maybe they're depleted or something.
so shoot me.
Right. Hey,
Oh,
it's still fantastic. Fantastic.
so far, yeah, we nominated the
Oh, you
Blanco
poured already. You're ahead of me.
brand of promise. Yeah, but wait till you smell this.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my
The
God.
aromas on this whole line have just they've been giving me tingles down my spine.
Well, the first couple were really agave forward. I will say the Blanco and Repo. This one's different.
Yeah.
This one I'm getting a lot more of what I expected in from the barrels.
Right.
But I'm getting a dark char. I'm getting, it's heavy on. Did they say how long the Anejo was aged at all? I mean, again, we're getting somebody's review, right?
I know. So, this is all just hearsay at this point because we didn't get the information from the.
Dude, it's all fake news. Hashtag fake news.
Yeah.
What do we call it? Fake notes. Fake notes.
Yeah. Now it's just the only indication I have is that it's used wild turkey rye barrels. No information on the length or the length of time or the char.
Yeah, you know what? I don't believe that. I don't believe it because that would be something that marketing, if it indeed is a fact, marketing just dropped the ball on it. Right. Because that would be something that Corazon has done a whole line of aged in Buffalo Trace, aged in Pappy Van Winkle. You could, and they come out periodically. So that would be a selling point for.
It's like an añejo in a rye barrel would be a curiosity for aficionados. They would want to dig into that. Like
I said, I have a Luna Azul double barrel rye that I've not been able to do a side by side tasting with anyone because they only sent us one sample. That's the Heaven Hill Distillery. If you're watching, send the other one to Rick. Okay. You have one. You have a whole line. Yeah. You have a line that's rested in Jameson barrels. I don't have.
It's not the whole line though. It's a special edition.
Yeah, but I don't have it.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in an upcoming episode because we have another tequila coming up from that same distillery, which we're also a fan of that distillery.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Anyway, I love the notes on this. I'm getting cocoa. I'm getting. Geez, at the beginning I got like a cacao. It's like a dark chocolate.
Yeah. But I'm still picking up some of the agave notes as well.
Oh yeah, but this is
not lost.
The nose on this one is more of what I was expecting in the reposado.
A larger barrel component.
Yes. I'm getting spices too. You're getting the barrel spices as well. Yeah. It's lovely. The nose on this is really gorgeous.
I bet we're going to have some sweetness to this. They've been really good in matching up the aromas and the flavor profile, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bit of a sweeter añejo. Not cloying, but I bet we're going to have some really nice barrel sweetness.
Wow, look at the legs and tears on this thing. These are clinging on the glass. They're beautiful. Yeah, bring them down. Come down.
I want to play with them. All right, I'm going in.
Let's go. Let's taste it. They're still using the bourbon barrels.
You think so?
It goes in. It goes. Well, what did? Wait a second.
And I'm not as familiar with rye as I am with bourbon and whiskey. So
me too. Rye. This is wow. It's bitter chocolate, tobacco, maybe some leather on the back end. This is a hearty añejo. This is really very substantial. There's a lot going on here.
Right.
This is one you have.
I'm not really getting the sweetness I forecasted from the aroma.
No, I got it on the intake. I got a little bit of sweetness on the intake, but then but by mid palate it turned dry. You know what I
Right.
mean? It
But
turned
it's
dry.
like, it's like this deep, dusky, there's like a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
smoldering.
stuff going on.
It's muy sexy.
Mm.
Yeah, when I hold the glass this way, sideways, I get more of the barrel spices sideways, but directly in, it's a type of sweetness, but that first pass was just all barrel. It was just
Yeah.
really nice. Of course, I had just opened the bottle.
I'm getting some great pepper all the way around, like on the lips, the back of the palate.
like a cinnamon, like a hot cinnamon, maybe, or
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
Something spicy going on that I like.
I'm even getting minty notes. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of just a hint.
Oh, and you're using the
I'm using a
Glencairn.
can. Yeah, yeah, but it's the chimney. The chimneys on the jarritos are very similar, and they're made by the
Right.
same company. So,
Yeah.
wow, this is really enjoyable.
It really is.
Um, this is a gentleman's tequila, or a woman's tequila. Uh, yeah, hey. But yeah, it's one of those where I would pair this with a cigar. It stand up to a really good cigar because it's hearty, it's substantial,
Yeah.
and it's
This would be
organic.
great. Like the last time you and Lisa were out here and we were sitting around the chimenea at the end of the day, this would be a
Yeah.
fantastic thing to pull out.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, on a cold day, it's like a warm scarf around your neck.
Right.
The only other one that caught me like that was
I'm picking up are you getting maybe a little bit of orange as well?
I got mint. I got a little bit of mint. So if you get orange, I would say it's more like orange oil.
Yeah.
It's not the fresh orange, the
Yeah.
citrus that
Like
you get in wine.
zest.
It's like an orange oil.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely.
It's beautiful. I wish I knew more. I wish we could tell you guys more, but we don't know what barrels they're using. We were right on the reposado. Apparently, they are using a bourbon barrel. I don't know if they're. I don't know about the rest of the stuff that I.
It
That's,
reminds me of complex añejos we've had where they've done like where they've mixed separate barrelings, or they've done some finishing with a different kind of barrel, or maybe if it is a rye barrel, I'm just not as familiar with the rye, but
so it's maybe the blending has been.
there's something interesting going
Yeah,
on, and I approve.
me too. Yeah, I agree. I think we have to do it. Brand of Promise nominee
Absolutely.
in the organic añejo category, unheard of. That's our first. This is our first one. I've
Yeah.
not had an certified organic añejo. I think the one that came close was Azuña, but even then, the Azuña Black is not considered organic. So go figure. I don't know. This is a first for us, but the longer I play around with the nose, the the more I fall in love with this thing. It would
Right.
really would pair with a hearty cigar. Great after dinner, like you said.
Yeah.
Just on
And the in terms of the line, the Reposado really does distinguish itself as being, a completely separate thing from the añejo. It's not just
yes,
more time in the barrel. There's
yeah, yeah. It didn't taste. See if you agree with me. It didn't taste like a natural progression of the line. It's almost like they got two separate, like they have three separate, two that are more related than the final one, and that's what they were going for. Um, and like you say, I agree. I think it's a beautiful brand of promise nominee in the
and
organic añejo category.
and I'm finding the 750 milliliter of this at Total Wine for $55.
Now, where did we
And
say was cheaper? I
so
think
the añejo, the Reposado, I had found for $49, $50. And so with the and so this Añejo is only $5 more, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think it's well worth looking for. If
Yeah.
you're not a big fan, if you're an oak head and you prefer more oak in your repo, maybe your jump to the añejo would be better for you. But and then on the flip side, if you're looking for something that just rounds out and softens the agave, your big agave nut, stay on top of the reposado. I think
I think you and I disagree there because
really, I see.
I was, there was fantastic fresh agave presence in the reposado, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
But I was definitely finding barrel notes, and I enjoy a well barreled reposado, and I wasn't disappointed there. I was finding things that I liked in addition to the bright, agave.
Yeah, well, I really, in my opinion, I really felt that the first two, Blanco and Repo, were separate and apart from the Añejo. And I guess the bottom line is that's exactly what they were going for. So
Yeah, I
you
can
and I
agree with
disagree
that.
on the
No,
Repo,
I,
but
I can agree with that. It was just maybe minor disagreement on the
hey,
reposado, but
we still love it.
yeah.
We didn't say it was
Oh,
bad.
it's
It's not a
great.
bad
It's a
thing.
great lineup. It's a great
It
lineup.
is. It is very well worth. Thank you very much to Jen from the PR company. I forget what the name of the PR company is, but they made this happen. Thank you so much for sending us Celestial. It really is well worth
Yeah.
looking for. Brand of Promise nominee, not just in their packaging, but also in the flavor. I wish we knew
Right.
more, but
For Blanco, Reposado, and Añejo, we'll be revisiting them all at the end of the year.
yes, yeah.
And it's a
So
it's a beautiful new labeling for the line. So nice work there
absolutely.
as well.
Yeah. I certainly, if you have had this line before and you know more about it than we do, please let us know in the comments below. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're listening to us on Spotify, on, I'm sorry, that's my FM voice. Rick and I laugh because we used to do radio, not together, but we did radio
Hmm.
separately in different parts of our career. So that's Spotify. Now that they bought Anchor FM, but anywhere where you guys get your podcast, please download it. Please listen up. Let us know what you think if you've had it before. But that's our take on Celestial Tequila. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman there is.
Rick Levy in San Diego.
You have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. And like we say, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.